Hey guys, Alex Pruitt here. Excited to sit down with one of my favorite people in real estate, Lisa. She is a veteran agent on our team and one of our team leaders and mentors. So we're gonna have a fun conversation, ask her about all things real estate and get to know her today. So, all right, Lisa. So you've been in real estate, actually, I don't know, a couple of years. How long have you been in real estate?
I've only been in real estate for 3 years now.
Feels like 3 years going on 10.
I know, it does. It does feel
Like you're just so experienced when people walk into the office, because introduce you as one of our leaders and mentors, they probably think you've been in the game for a long time.
yeah, definitely get that feeling.
3 years. How did you get into real estate?
Actually, another realtor who kind of reeled me in. I was working at a roofing company, mom of four, in the middle of a divorce.
Single mom, hustling.
Yeah, hustling. Wasn't making enough there. Great company. They helped me through a lot. But he was like, hey, I think you would be great on the phones. And personally, coming in that way, I think everybody should get used to being on the phones, but that's another thing. And so he trained me on the side, and then was like, you need to get like a real job. Step away from this. I think you'd be great in real estate. So from there, just kind of jumped in.
Awesome, awesome. So 3 years came from roofing, and you are a single mom of
Yeah,
four?
of four girls, little ones. Yeah, yeah.
You think you're learning a lot of life lessons as a business owner that you can teach your little girls when they grow up?
Yes, definitely. I even bring them along on certain like either showings or inspections so they can see. And then I work from home a lot of time during the week. So if I'm on the phone or dialing, they're understanding like what it takes and the stresses sometimes of the business for sure.
Of course, the stresses, but they get to see mom thrive, you know,
Yes.
as a businesswoman and entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So now that you're experienced, and again, it's 3 years, but for me, it feels like a long time because you do so much for us and for our team, and we appreciate you. But the question I have is, if you were to tell a brand new agent how to get started on the right path, or if you had to start over, what would you do? You said something earlier about the phones, but what would you do? Like just quick and straight to the point, like how would you figure this game out, real
Yeah.
estate?
I mean, we help a lot of new agents. A lot of people reach out to us for that, and I take that on. So starting new, definitely need to figure out how to write your own contracts. So figure out the systems and all that fun stuff. If you're not good at all that, coming to a team is definitely a plus. And then just getting comfortable on the phones because that's going to be number one thing moving forward. I think it's where the business is going. And if you can't talk on the phone or communicate, you're not going to communicate well with your clients either. And just finding a good core network of people and a group of people to be around in the business because it's a lonely business.
It is.
sometimes
Real
on your own.
estate can be a very lonely business. I don't think people put enough emphasis on, like you said, community and the group that you're with, and not just a group on Zoom calls. Zoom and stuff is great. We do Zoom calls, but I think there's something to be said about this being face to face, coming to see people, give hugs, laughs, be around, share your wins, share your losses together. Like that gets you through the hard times. It's hard to feel that when you're just behind a computer screen. You can still feel lonely, you know? So I think if I was to tell a brand new agent, I'd say the same thing. I said, get really good at communication, figure out how to read people, talk to people, and clearly explain things at a higher level. Sometimes people don't know how to communicate very well anymore. And I would say get with a group of people that you can see and spend time with.
Yeah.
You can connect with,
That
that
you
you can
enjoy.
learn, you can practice, you can role play, you can sit down with, you can make phone calls, you can screw up stuff with, and you enjoy, because otherwise it's a lonely game.
Yeah, I
You
totally
know?
agree.
So you've done some transactions, you've coached some agents, you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yes.
You've seen great agents, and you've seen not so great agents.
Yes.
What do you think makes a good real estate agent, in your opinion?
Good real estate agent is a good balance between wanting to win for your clients, but also making sure to guide them in the right direction. Has to come from the heart, but you don't want to take advantage of people. Sometimes you see that, right? Also, a good balance of really good communication skills, but also knowing your stuff. Like even though it's really easy, I feel like, to get a real estate license, you really should be taking it serious and understanding the contracts and all that fun stuff. So. And it doesn't need to be an aged agent for that. You just have to take the time to understand what you're doing to guide your clients. I think that's a big, important thing for an agent.
Yeah, I think that's great advice. I can think of instances where I've been in negotiations with an agent who's been around, 5 or 10 years, and they don't know key pivotal points in the contract. Like they don't know rules that actually puts their clients at a loss.
Yeah.
And we're able to win. So maybe if an agent were to operate and think more like an attorney, by understanding the contract line by line and really knowing how to use their advantage, I think that would be a key thing too.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. I like that. I agree a lot. So, knowing what I know about you, I know you're really good on the phones. I know you've called, canceled, and expired. You've been able to go out and set listing appointments with a $0 acquisition cost, meaning if you just sat in that room, nobody with you, you could go set appointments, and then now you're trained enough to go list sellers. You could do this all on your own. You could write Facebook posts, you could create Facebook ads, you could run open houses, you could go call canceled and expired. It's like you could do all solo.
Yeah.
Why would you stay on a team or be part of a team? Because now you're experienced. Why would you stay or be part of a team like Living Arizona versus just going and being solo?
Yeah, great question. So I've been on a couple different teams in my short time and helped run one other one. But I like being in a group setting. Again, the lonely thing definitely hits for me. I just don't function well in it.
Me neither. Yeah, it's hard.
I also like to kind of teach. I guess I've always been in that role. So like when I was 14, I was training younger kids in soccer because I wanted free private lessons. And so like I loved coaching the little kids. It's just kind of what I've done, right? When I got done with college, I went back and I coached. I just enjoy that, enjoy giving back and seeing someone succeed. Like some of our younger agents, we kind of have a girl gang here.
We have girl game, hardcore girl gang.
Yeah, I love it. They're doing so well and they're young. I mean, our youngest is 23. And I look back at 23, I was not doing this, that's for sure. So I just love being in this group and watching everybody grow. And then we are so lucky for you because you've been in the business so long, we learn so much, but you also, your outreach, we get to do fun things like go to Utah and meet higher ups there, people, other big, game players in the business, which is only going to scale us when we get to meet those kind of people.
Yeah, so Living Arizona and a team has allowed you to grow, meet more people, grow your network, increase your skills, and do the things you like to do, coach and help people.
Exactly.
I love that. Well, we're super grateful for you. I mean it. We are very lucky to have you as one of our leaders and our mentors and super proud of you. Question about real estate. Now that you've had a few years in the game, do you think it's passion or do you think it's purpose?
That is a loaded question.
It's funky.
Passion or
It's
purpose?
totally loaded. You got to just fire from the hip and give me something.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little bit of both, really. You have to have enough passion to stay in the business because once that's gone, then you got to start all over again, But also with a purpose of a right purpose, right? Like we want to make sure we're taking care of our clients. We're not just in it for a paycheck. So I think it's a mixture of both, a mixture of passion and purpose.
Yeah, I love that answer. I agree because it's easy to get burnt out. Yep. And if you don't have passion or purpose, I think those burnout times could be really easy where you feel like you got to go get a second job or maybe quit. It's just because you don't have enough passion or purpose to get through the hard times. It's competitive. Ain't for the weak-hearted. It's hard. If you think it's easy, buckle up, find another career.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Exactly.
What do you think makes a good real estate agent if you had to pick an attribute? Because you've seen a lot now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's a mixture of integrity and honor, I think, but also grit. I can't choose one. I'm not good at that.
We'll count it all.
Yeah.
We'll wrap it up in one package. So integrity, honor, and grit.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah.
How do you mean for those? What do you think?
Because you need to make sure that, again, it keeps coming back to integrity, like you're coming from a good place, honor, you're honoring yourself and your clients, because people, again, I've seen some sketchy things going on in the business for sure. And then grit, because you have to be able to really stick in there sometimes. Like I'm on counter number 3 for this one house, going back and forth. You got to have the grit to be able to be successful in this business, I think.
Love it. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think you have enough experience to answer this question. Been at a couple different brokerages because you've been part of teams and great organizations.
Yeah.
We were at the same brokerage previously.
Mm-hmm.
How has joining Real helped you as a third-year agent, and how do you feel about it? How do you feel about Real?
Yeah, I love Real. It's a great community. Obviously, Sharon is amazing.
He's the man.
It's crazy that someone like that, so high up, and still does production, by the way, if people don't know that, is so easily accessible. Like if you DM him, he'll respond to you. It might take him a little
Crazy,
bit.
our president, we can call him. And then he's like, I'm going on a listing appointment in Newport Beach, $6 million. Wow.
Yeah.
The president of our company is going into people's houses, going on to listing appointments, and is one of those heartfelt, sweet, kind people I've ever met.
Yeah, absolutely. It's said really well. And then they're really good about community, which obviously is huge for me, but also like networking outside of the brokerage, where our previous brokerage was kind of against that, wanted to stay with us and
totally against that. We were not allowed to collaborate at all. We were
exactly.
totally against that. It was us against the world.
Exactly.
Our brokerage and old teams and stuff were this is it. Us against the world. If you're not with us, you're against us.
Yeah,
That was the vibe.
100%. Yep. Which is not here. They don't care what group you're with, what brokerage, anything. It's like welcoming, come on in. And I love that. I love because we should be working together, not against each other in this business for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Lisa. So if somebody were to ask you what makes you different or what sets you apart from other realtors, what would your answer be?
Yeah. I think my balance between aggressive but keeping a deal together is something I do really well. I think I'm personable. I get to know you, whether it's listing side or buy side. I think that stands out a lot. And just getting the job done. If you give me the chance, I'll prove to get the job done for sure.
I think it's because you're a single mom of 4. I think you're aggressive but motherly.
Yeah.
I think you are on your game. You can go do your things, be organized, follow up, and be stern, but you can be loving and motherly too. I think that's an amazing combo that not every agent has. Combined with your experience and your knowledge, tough to beat.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
So what's your favorite thing about our team, Living Arizona?
Well, one, I've seen us grow. I was lucky enough to join and be in a position where I've helped you grow, I think.
Sure, you absolutely have.
We've had some people leave, which is okay. We all, we wish them the best. But favorite thing is our collaboration. And honestly, it feels like a family. We have such a good core group right now. So if anyone else comes in.
It's a vibe.
Living
Arizona Real Estate Group is a vibe right now. It's a vibe. It's hard to explain how cool and fun it is to be here.
Hardworking people that want to be in the business, I think, and will put in the effort. I mean, some of them do have 2 jobs right now, but they're trying to get their footing here, So I think that my most favorite thing about it is our vibe, for sure, is a great word, and community. It really is a family right now.
That's awesome.
And we're all doing well.
That's awesome. Well, guys, again, Alex Pruitt here with Living Arizona Real Estate Group and Real Broker with one of our veteran team leaders, Lisa. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. Thank you for your words of wisdom. And guys, stay tuned, follow our channel for more tips and tricks and to meet more of our great agents like Lisa. I look forward to seeing you soon.